Mumbai hosted the Stuttgart Meets Mumbai Wine Festival, an annual Indo-German platform blending culture, commerce and diplomacy through a shared wine tradition. What began as a showcase of wines from Germany's Baden-Württemberg region has grown into a major people-to-people bridge between India and Germany, bringing together political leaders, industry heads and entrepreneurs. At the heart of the festival is Andreas Lapp, German industrialist, Chairman Emeritus of LAPP Group and India's Honorary Consul for Baden-Württemberg and Rhineland-Palatinate. More than 2 decades ago, Lapp identified India as a long-term partner playing a key role in strengthening bilateral ties. And this year's edition gains added significance as India and the European Union enter a new phase of economic engagement, highlighting why platforms like this festival continue to matter. Now, News 9 caught up with German industrialist and India's Honorary Consul Andreas Lapp, who underlined the growing strategic bond between India and Europe. He said India was chosen for being free, democratic and endlessly diverse, and stressed that both sides shares values of peace, freedom and cooperation. Calling this a defining moment, he said India's rise as a top global economy will see Germany as a partner in that journey. Listen in.
Joining me is the grand architect of this entire Stuttgart-Mumbai Wine Festival, the man who's been the bridge between this entire relationship, Andreas Lapp. Sir, it's always a pleasure having you here, sir. My first question to you, you've been doing this for 22 years, sir, and it gets better and better every year. What's that motivation for you?
Yeah, it becomes better and better. It's like the wine. The older the wine, the better it is. And now I'm almost 70 years old. So 22 years for me is a very short time. You are a young man, 22 years for you is a long time.
But sir, you've been doing this at a time when nobody recognized India, and you recognized India way before anyone else. What has that relationship been for you in India?
Yeah, you know, my brother and me, we decided our generation, we have to focus on Asia Pacific or Indo-Asia. And therefore we have chosen India, which was very, very seldom at this time. But we are dedicated to India because it's a free country, it's a democracy, and it's a variation of culture and people you cannot imagine. Even you are born here, you don't know India. I'm visiting India many years, I don't know India. So it's just incredible, and I love to be here, because I love the people here in India.
It's a color that changes every kilometer. That is what India is, and absolutely you described it really well, sir. And my question to you also is that now with the free trade agreement into the picture, and you've been one of the pioneers, somebody who've been laying this for the last 20 years, what made you realize that 2026 is that year?
Yeah, as you know, the world is changing. It changed in the past, it will change in the future. And now it's a time really to refocus. And I think India and the European Union, but also India and Germany, have something in common. We want to live in peace. We want to have our freedom. And this combines us, and both of us have strengths. And if we combine our strengths together, we mustn't fear anybody in this world.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you, sir. Now that you've been doing this for 22 years, how do you see the next 22 years to be between India and Germany?
First, I will buy an Indian car in 22 years.
Oh, that's a great news.
Or at least make in India. Second, I hope one of my kids get married to Indian. I have 2 girls, 1 boy. And number 3, I expect India to become number 2 or 3 in the world economy. And what Germany can do for this, we will do. We will deliver you engineering, we will deliver you education, we make everything happen that India becomes a top country in the world, because you mean for the world freedom.
Now, Karlsruhe Mayor Frank Mentrup highlighted the depth of India-Germany partnership, crediting Andreas Lapp as a key driving force behind the relationship. Calling Stuttgart and Mumbai pioneers of cross-continental cooperation, Mentrup said India has moved beyond being just a production base to becoming an innovation partner. Here's more.
I'm joined in by Frank Mentrup from the mayor of Karlsruhe. Sir, glad to have you over here. This is the 22nd wine festival. How does it feel being here?
Yes, it's fantastic that it was possible to make it over 22 years, and I think it's the most efficient platform for German-Indian contact, friendship and cooperation, and so it's a wonderful festival.
So you come from the digital hub of Germany. You've known as the place which is known for smart cities. How does it feel being here at a time when India has signed the free trade agreement, and how does this relationship look for the future?
I have a very huge respect for the Indian IT experts working in the United States and Great Britain and all over the world. And I think we could learn a lot of India in the case of digitalization.
Andreas Lapp is the one who's been the architect of this entire thing. His contribution to this entire relationship between Germany and India has been a long-standing one. How do you describe it?
He's not only a pioneer, he's also a motor, a driving force to deepen German-Indian relationship. And I think if he wouldn't be there, then we have the situation 10 years ago or 15 years ago. So he's a hero in this in developing this friendship.
So is this the first time that you've been here?
No, I think the fourth or the fifth time.
How do you think the relationship between India and Germany is going to be in the next 5 years?
No, I think there is a huge sympathy between the Indians and the Germans. There are added characteristics. The Indian development is much faster than the German. The German is sometimes very precise, and if they would work together, I think we could solve the problems of the world in future very quick and very qualified. And the geopolitical development is so that I think the biggest democracy in the world, India, and also a democracy in the world, Germany, they have immediately work together, because it's not possible to assure because of the US states. It is difficult with other players in the world like China, and so I think it's a natural cooperation between India and Germany and India and the United Euro and EU. And I think the situation is perfect to deepen the relationships, to work together and to solve the problems. So I think in 5 years we would look back to a very increasing sympathy, friendship and economic development between India and Germany.
And we also caught up with Jan Noether, Director General, Indo-German Chamber of Commerce, who called the Stuttgart-Mumbai Wine Festival an important bridge between India and Germany. He said the combination of Indian talent and German expertise creates an unbeatable partnership. Pointing to the India-EU FTA, Noether said the agreement is a game changer for companies on both sides. Listen in.
I'm joined in by Jan Noether. He is the Director General of the Indo-German Chambers of Commerce. He's somebody who's a veteran in international banking, somebody who's the key figure in the entire free trade agreement. So, sir, firstly, we're at the wine festival. This is the 22nd here, and this is your first time. How do you feel it?
I feel very much home, and it looks fantastic. The premises here are really great. We look forward to a wonderful event.
How much of this has been a bridge between Germany and India?
This is a very important bridge. Andreas Lapp is the Honorary Consul of India in Stuttgart, and Stuttgart being one of the major centers of industry in Germany, maintains a very, very strong relationship with India for, I almost want to say centuries, but certainly for decades.
And for decades, there was another thing that was happening, is the conversation between the entire free trade agreement. For 20 years, this has been going back and forth. What changed in 2026?
What was very important was the dynamics. Yeah, when we look into the past 3 months, there was a lot of positively minded discussions. From the German side, our Minister of Foreign Affairs, then our Chancellor was around. All of those very strongly supported the negotiations of the FTA. And when we look into India, and in particularly Piyush Goyal, our Minister of Industry and Trade, that was a very, very positive spirit to bring it onto the finishing line.
Because you've said that there was a lot of this dynamics between the government and between the Germans. What I also want to know, what will change now for the Indian companies? Because you're somebody who also had close to 2,000 German companies that work here in India. What will change for Indian companies? How much of a competitive market will it be compared to the Chinese and the other nations who are competing with us?
I believe this free trade agreement offers a huge opportunity for the German and the Indian markets. We need to look into supply chains. We need to look into bringing together the MSMEs from India with the SMEs from Germany. They form partnerships to last, and these partnerships will fill some of the gaps when we look into the local supply chain.
So you believe somewhere or the other the Lapp effect that started 22 years back has made a great difference today in 2026?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And we see it. Tonight we are going to welcome 1,500 guests, and all of them are very much interested to enter into a discussion with our guests from Stuttgart. There is a wonderful basis for continuous success and mutual benefits for the Indian companies as well as for the companies around Stuttgart.
If I meet you 5 years from today, what do you think will change in our relationship?
In our relationship, it's going to be cemented. We do have already a wonderful relationships for decades. However, we are going to see India emerge very, very fast when it comes to industrialization in general, when it comes to infrastructure. However, more important for me is the technological cooperation. India brings a lot to the table, and basically, if we form GCCs with young, hungry Indian talents and the German expertise and let's say the German power they have behind their product scheme. If we form these relationships, these partnerships, we are going to be unbeatable.
So what will your message be to those young Indian entrepreneurs who are trying to make a mark? If you want to welcome them to Germany, what would that message be for you?
Have a look. It is all about people. Travel to Germany, visit Stuttgart, experience the drive this region has around Stuttgart, and form partnerships, form friendships, and we need to exchange the young people.
Viewers, a participant at the prestigious 22nd Mumbai Stuttgart Wine Festival was entrepreneur Mohammad Siraj, founder and managing director of Zaxberg, who spoke to News9 about taking an Indian workwear brand global. From Coimbatore to Stuttgart, Siraj traced his journey in building a sustainable, ethical manufacturing business. He also explained why Germany serves as a key gateway to the European Union for Indian companies. Listen in.
Well, at the Fine Festival today, I'm joined in by an Indian who's managed to make a mark in Germany. He's Mohammad Sirajuddin. He is the CEO of, founder and CEO of Zaxberg. Sir, firstly, you started your journey from Coimbatore and now at Stuttgart. How has that journey been, if you could tell us?
Yeah, it's a fascinating journey. So basically, my company's name is Zaxberg. I'm the founder and CEO of the company, and we have our manufacturing plant located in Coimbatore. We manufacture work clothes, safety wear, and promotional clothing. We had it as a made in India product, sold for India, and also exported to Middle East and Asian market. Then eventually, we wanted to have a vision where we wanted to enter the European market. That's where we thought of having Germany as a gateway to the entire European Union. And we started with this journey, when we have approached Mr. Lapp, Andreas Lapp, and with the Lapp Center, which is offering the Indian Business Center, and we started our office at the Indian Business Center of the Lapp building. So, and then we are now at the Stuttgart's office. So it has been a long journey for the last 4.5 to 5 years, with a lot of regulations and a lot of certifications.
Somewhere or the other, Andreas Lapp has been very instrumental in this entire journey of yours.
Yeah, of course, actually. So it's also the Consul General, and it's very supportive. And it's a pivotal role that he's playing when it comes to the Indian and German relationship right now. The entire Baden-Württemberg state, he's kind of representing the state right now. And moving forward, he runs the entire the festivals and the organizing that happens in Stuttgart and entire Baden-Württemberg right now. So I think it's a key role that they're playing right now. And now we have Mr. Andreas Lapp as well. And in fact, Mr. Andreas Lapp is sitting next door to my office there, and, and very supportive, and is a key person who helps the Indian people to come into the Indian Business Center. Because thereafter, there are a lot of, again, legalities and regulations. They have a great team right now. And the center itself has a wonderful team who will take care of us in terms of what is the legal aspects. There are tons of paperwork that you got to do. And without such a kind of a help, it can be really daunting to move forward in establishing your own company there. Yeah.
The last 1 decade, we've seen how there is this emphasis for Make in India product, for Made in India product, and you have taken the Make in India product to a global stage. How accepting are Germans with regards to the Make in India, the products that you bring, or the Indian products? How big is the market for India over there?
See, today we are making products for the global stage right now in India, and I think it's pretty vital for us to stay in the market there locally, and then it's possible for us to sell our products here, made in India, absolutely, with indigenous materials, and then shipped to Germany with their standards and certifications and regulations, with the FTA also in the place right now. I was a little prepared well in advance, anticipating that it could be a free trade agreement, it could be coming down to literally 0% for my textile business. And today we saw the news, and it's happening right now. Probably down the line, probably a couple of months.
How is that going to change actually?
Yeah, the price is going to be competitive. We have a level playing field right now when compared to Chinese and the Bangladeshis. So it could be an opportunity for us also, to really compete with the price factor, and also give a world-class product indigenously made from India to the European Union. So I look at this as a wonderful global opportunity from now.
So this EU FTAs, you think there is this opportunity for Indian entrepreneurs to make a mark globally now, at least in Europe?
Yeah, definitely, because it was important for us to have a level playing field. We did not have that before. The price was a factor again, because when you talk about B2B in a bulk purchase and bulk business, then the price becomes the key factor. Now, we have a good, enough abundant labor source in India. That critical point of the duty that was there in place is playing a big role right now. So if that's been considered to be coming down, then we in fact have a good opportunity right now.